All right, we're down to the big one now. Live concerts where artists decide to perform other artists' songs. Now, if an artist decides to perform your song, there's something you have to do about that. Now, let's look at it this way. We have to understand this first, that the use of your song in any public forum, the dissemination of your work to any audience at all, is supposed to be done with permission from you. It's supposed to also attract a form of royalty, a form of fund generation for you, because this is work that you have spent months doing. This is work that you have invested a lot of money into. So money has to come out of it. It has to yield some form of fruits for you. Now, but it's absolutely fine to decide to allow everyone use your song for free. There's nothing wrong with that. That's your prerogative. It's your choice to do that or not to do that. Now, so you shouldn't be forced to give out your songs for free. You shouldn't be forced to license your songs for free. That would be something else entirely, which we're not going to go into in this video. So we have to realize that the fact that you own the copyright on that particular song that is being used, you are entitled to royalties. You are entitled to everything that can come out of it. You're entitled to every single incentive, every single blessing that can come out of it. But if you decide to give it out for free, if you decide to say, well, anyone could use it anywhere, then that's fine also. Now remember, anyone who organizes a concert, any music promoter who organizes a concert anywhere, is making a massive amount of money from that concert, because every single guest paid money to be there. Every single participant, everyone sitting on any chair, from the VIPs to the regulars to those behind the fence, everyone has parted with their cash in order to be present at that particular location to enjoy music. And guess what? Your music is one of the songs that are being enjoyed by these people who have paid money to attend. So it's important that you have a share at least. There's nothing wrong in having a share of that money. So your PRO is supposed to meet the organizers of these concerts, is supposed to meet the promoters of these shows and ask them, this song was used in this concert, this song was used on this platform, you're going to have to pay for it. Because a particular set of people who paid to attend the concert enjoyed the music. And so we would like a share for our artist. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with your song being used in a live concert or being used in a show organized by music promoters. But at least you should give permission for this or get paid for it. Now you may be asking, why aren't royalties collected? I have songs out there, I've heard my song on the TV, on the radio, my songs are being performed, my songs are being aired every single day or every single week, and I'm not getting any money. Now, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, are you registered to a PRO? Have you registered your song? Have you registered as an artist? Have you registered all the songs that you have released to the general public? Now, if you haven't, then you're not going to get any money for it. Now, you have to register those songs and ensure that they are documented as works that have copyright on them, and the owners of this copyright are alive and well and ready to receive their royalties. Now, whatever form of royalties that your songs are entitled to, or you are entitled to as a result of the use of your songs, you are supposed to get them only if you register these songs. And if you're registered to a PRO, you have to make sure that your PRO is actively involved in the collection of your royalties. They have to be actively involved. They should not be asleep while your music is being used by every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Another thing you need to pay attention to is permissions. You need to keep track of the permissions that you're giving out, and you need to be mindful of the kinds of permissions that you're giving out to people. Is it a type of permission that allows the use of your song to generate money? Can the user use the song to generate money for themselves? Is it a type of permission that only restricts it to educational purposes and religious purposes? Now, these are things you need to think about so that you know how your songs and how your intellectual property is being used. And always put everything that you do, every agreement that you have with anyone, in writing. Put it in writing. Sign. You sign, the user signs, the second party signs. If there's a third party, a witness, the witness should sign. Make sure that every agreement that involves business, every financial agreement you go into with anyone is documented. It's very important. Now, this is very common with up-and-coming artists, where you have someone wakes up today 2 years down the line and realizes that your song that you allowed someone else to use is generating a lot of money for that particular person. You're so angry with yourself and you blame yourself. Now, it doesn't have to get to that point. There's a way around it, and the way around it is documenting your agreement with people. It's very important that you are going into an agreement with people, even if it doesn't involve money. If there's anything anyone is taking from you, or anything you were supposed to do for someone and you have to go into an agreement, don't just keep it verbal. Don't make it verbal alone. Write it down, put it on paper, let there be a witness, and sign, so that there's understanding and so that both parties, all the parties involved, are fulfilled and satisfied with the entire process. And this goes a long way to save relationships and friendships. I've seen friendships, practically destroyed, and powerful relationships that had a lot of potential go down the drain because people did not agree on a particular thing professionally. So it's absolutely necessary to go into a professional, documented agreement with anyone you're doing any kind of business with. Okay, I said I was going to share with you the right way to do things, the right way to use the songs that belong to other artists anywhere you want to use them. Now, 2 things. Number 1, take permission. Take permission from the original songwriter, the owner of the copyright. Whoever owns the copyright, it could be a publishing company, it could be a record label, it could be an individual songwriter who has written the song and registered it and has claim to the copyright. Look for the person. Look for the person. I mean, this is 2019 and we're just a couple of days to 2020. It's the social media age that we are in. It's very easy to find people. It's very easy to find people online. It's very easy to know what people are doing on the internet and how you can get across to them. So reach whoever owns the copyright to the song that you intend to use and take permission for it in the most official, formal, and legal manner. Put everything to writing so that nobody complains 2 years or 3 years down the line when a lot of money is being made. Secondly, the same thing applies for covers. Now, look at it like a cover. If you're going to do a cover of a particular song, that's your own version. You want to go to the studio and record your version of a common song, of popular song that everybody already knows. Now, the reason you may want to do this is because you'd like to, get some attention from the general public. You'd like to have people discover you and see that you are also, in the game to play. Now, the right way to do this is to take permission, and performing another artist's song on stage in a public place is the same. It's almost the same thing as recording a cover of a song owned by another artist. So take proper permission and make sure the permission is documented. There's something called music licensing, and music licensing we're going to talk about in subsequent videos, subsequent episodes of Music Business Monday. And I'll go deeply into it, and we'll all realize how simple it is and how easy and stress-free it has the potential to be. Now, I'm also going to mention a couple of things about the gospel music angle. Now, we know that every song that is used in church, every song that is used for religious purposes and for spiritual purposes seem to be free. But that's not the case, because several of the songs in today's world, in today's gospel music industry, have copyright claims on them. There are artists, there are record labels, there are publishing companies who own the copyright on gospel songs. So if you are to go out there and use any gospel song, do not assume that the song is our song. It's not our song. The song belongs to somebody who owns the copyright on it, and that person can sue you. And if the person realizes what they have to gain from it, the person is going to go ahead and sue you. So it's very important that you take proper permission, even if it's a gospel song, even if it's a song that seems to only have educational and religious use. It's important to make your research, go out there, look for who owns the copyright, and do the needful so that you don't regret it and to avoid all kinds of embarrassment. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you have gained a lot from this video. If you have, go ahead and tap the like button, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel right now and click the notification bell so that you're notified when I have new content for you on this channel. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any questions, if you have any comment, anything that isn't clear, you want to reach me, please go ahead and do that. Comment in the comment section down below, and I'll get right back at you. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Akurios, and I'm out.